We're out of syrup. Huh. You know what? Maybe I'll use my intern. Glootie!
Good?
Thanks, Glootie.
Anything else? Do you want to develop an app?
No thanks, Glootie.
Hey, what's up, Glootie?
Hi, Morty. Do you want to develop an
No
app?
thanks.
Rick, why does it say do not develop my app on your intern's forehead?
Why, you want to develop one?
Oh, I'm glad you asked that, Jerry. It's so you don't develop his app. Glootie, go make some photocopies of something.
Cool. Well, if anyone wants to develop an app with me, I'm down.
He seems to really want to develop an
He
app.
really does, sweetie, but nobody's gonna do that.
Okay, Glootie, take the app down.
Can I take it down? It's your app. I'm just an intern. That's not how apps work.
Then make it how it works.
This isn't how making things work.
Get it off the server. You think we're stupid, but we're not. We know apps have something to do with servers.
The server's on the mothership.
Where's the mothership?
It's coming.
Take us to it.
No.
Yes, shake him more, Morty. That was working.
Take us to the mothership.
Okay, don't hurt me.
An ominous beeping app. You can't stay mad at a guy with this kind of talent.
Dad, you can and you have to. Hey, what's up, guys? What's up, guys? Man, season 4. It's the 4-iest of all seasons. I'm in. Because it's the 4th one.
It's a lot different from season 3. We've got a lot of shoot 'em ups, a lot of laser shoot 'em ups.
We got heists and crystals.
Do you have a death crystal in your pocket?
No, maybe.
You little monster, I thought you were masturbating.
You took that in stride?
There are old faces coming back for a little bit more of that old stuff that they did.
Ah, Mr. Macy!
Kill this Nazi prick!
No, stop!
You son of a bitch!
The reason you're getting 5 and then a small break and then the back 5 is because Turner Broadcasting warned us about entertainment signal levels.
We had all 10 ready to go, but we had to legally cut it back to just 5. We did some focus test screenings.
We showed all 10 episodes to a housewife from Salt Lake City. And her balls blew off like after episode 3.
It was just too much.
We upped it by 2 episodes for the skateboard crowd because they're more extreme, they drink Mountain Dew.
It's really because if you watch them all together in a row, they're so good. It has a high effect on your deep cellular tissue.
Rick and Morty could actually literally blow your balls off.
We missed all of our deadlines.
Welcome back, everyone. It's Charlie. This is going to be my Rick and Morty Season 4 Episode 2 video. They dropped a new preview, so if you're new to my channel, I'll be doing videos for all the episodes this season. Be sure to subscribe to get everything. We're also doing a weekly merch giveaway, too. The title of the episode, The Old Man in the Seat, is a reference to Ernest Hemingway's story, The Old Man in the Sea, so it's probably a little bit about Rick because he is the old man literally in the episode, but also Jerry, if you think about what the actual story of The Old Man in the Sea is about. It's all about this old man's long battle to try and catch this giant fish, thinking that it will bring him this measure of success and fame, and he'll finally be able to rest. So Rick in this episode seems like he wants to rest. He doesn't want to do any of these menial tasks anymore. So in a sort of reference to the butter robot, what is my purpose? To pass the butter. Oh my god. So he hires himself an intern from this species whose whole thing is they use apps or develop apps to take over planets. The way that Dan and Justin talk about him though, the Glootie character played by Taika Waititi from Thor Ragnarok, if you didn't recognize his voice, Korg is playing Glootie, is that what Rick really wants is a slave to do really crappy tasks, and normally he would just get Morty to do that, but because of the way the power dynamic is shifted in the family, he can't get him to do that anymore, because Beth, who's now the head of the household again, won't let him do that.
Dad, there's a way we do this now.
But thematically, the old man in the seat is also Jerry, someone who's seen all this failure and is just looking for this one great success so that people will finally celebrate him, in thinking that it's going to come from this killer app that he's going to develop and make all this money off of. It'll make me famous. But as you would expect, Rick knows all about what's going to happen if you actually develop his app, so that's why he tattoos that on Glootie's forehead. Do not develop my app. But a lot of the comedy of the episode, especially them developing this app, seems like it relies on Rick not telling them what's going to happen if they develop the app. He just tells them not to do it, which for someone like Jerry is probably the worst thing you could do for him. He sort of has the mind of a child. When you tell him not to do something, he's immediately going to do that thing.
Oh man, this is definitely gonna go to his head.
The funnier part of this cold open too is that even Morty, who botches adventures left and right, even during episode 1, the writers said that they were making fun of Morty when he got his crystal and went all Akira. They said that they made the character super derivative, which is exactly what Rick doesn't want to be. He wants to do new things all the time. And throughout the episode, all the different Mortys, even fascist Morty, says they want to do everything that they used to do. Go back to a classic Rick and Morty adventure.
Okay.
He was an inferior Rick. He was too political. I want to have fun, classic Rick and Morty adventures like in the old days.
That's why Morty with the crystal uses all those Meeseeks boxes, just a completely derivative joke going back to the Meeseeks episode in season 1. A lot of you also picked up on the idea that the writers were kind of making fun of the fandom using those Morty characters, saying that the fandom keeps asking for classic Rick and Morty, go back to the way you used to do things. But even during this episode, Morty is smart enough to know not to develop the app. So that's how dumb Jerry is this week. But you cut to that other scene later in the episode, and it seems like Morty somehow gets roped in with Jerry developing what seems like an alien ripoff of Tinder. Maybe it's just an episode with a Jerry and Morty adventure, because there were some B stories during season 3 with Morty, Summer, and Jerry where they got some minor adventures together. This just seems like the next logical step, like them actually going on something that winds up being the A story up to this spaceship. The whole thing seems like it turns into a reference from Hitchhiker's Guide with all the alien bureaucracy, this alien app developing species mimicking some of the ridiculous bureaucracy that they parodied during Hitchhiker's Guide.
Take your app down.
What? I'm their hostage.
Do they have weapons?
Nope, but neither do I.
Take the app down.
Can't. I'm an intern.
Okay, well, who tells interns what to do?
Not you, that's for sure.
There's all kinds of Easter eggs in Jerry's den, too. There's the golf poster, which is a reference to Meeseeks and Destroy during season 1 when Jerry was trying to learn how to golf. There's the poster of the Titanic from the Titanic episode. I'm sure in the episode, if you spin the camera around a little bit in this room, you'll also see his coin collection. Then there's the clip of them talking about the rest of the season, just joking about the 5 episodes during 2019. There will actually be another block of 5 episodes early next year after the holidays, but they haven't said when that's actually going to happen. Right now, my expectation is that it'll be sometime towards the end of January. Like, it won't be that big of a break. I'm not sure why the network, though, is making such a big deal about these first 5 episodes, but it might have something to do with the way they handle the Blu-ray releases and an effort to syndicate episodes on other platforms more quickly, which just helps the network earn more extra money on the episodes faster. They could also be releasing future seasons like this going forward with 2 different blocks of episodes instead of just 10 weeks of episodes. And Dan Harmon is kind of joking, but not joking when he's talking about entertainment signal levels.
Turner Broadcasting warned us about entertainment signal levels.
That's just a marketing concept that if you release too much content, the network won't be able to optimize it quite as much and earn as much money on it as if they release smaller blocks of episodes. They kind of do that with younger groups of kids on Cartoon Network, which is the parent network of Adult Swim. That's kind of why they started to do their weird release schedules for Adventure Time and Steven Universe, 2 really popular shows, but they would just release really weird, seemingly random blocks of episodes instead of just releasing the episodes like a normal season would. If you follow Dan Harmon on Instagram, he also posts pictures from the Rick and Morty writers' room while they're working on season 5 episodes. Portal Combat here actually does sound kind of like a Rick versus the Citadel of Ricks episode, with them just going after each other, like season 1 episode 10. Sometimes it's hard to tell if they're serious about some of these ideas, though, like Lady with Ice Cream Lips. Morty teams up with Captain Crunch. Some of the other gems that they had from this box include Artificial Person with a Real Leg, Rick discovers the 11th commandment, as in the 10th commandments from the Bible, Maximum Overdrive but with grass, Planet of No Stop Signs, Trench Coat made of dreams, The People's Basketball Court, Wesley Sniper, When Wolf instead of Werewolf, Voltron but with vegetables. That actually sounds like a follow-up idea to Pickle Rick. When you watched episode 1, if you slowed the episode down and saw the crystal when it showed all the different ways that they might die, Pickle Rick was in one of those deaths, implying that there was some other reality or some future where Rick pickles himself again. Library of Food, a lot of food-based ideas. Maybe they were just really hungry and they were getting ready to eat lunch when they were working on these ideas. Jerry gets a pine cone in his butt. That just sounds awful. Detachable fingers or toes. Anal beads, I don't know what's going on with that idea or how they'd try to get that past broadcast standards. Planet powered by chips and salsa, another lunch idea. Morty buys a boat. Barknado, Planet of the Hodags, Bloodshed, Invisible Pigs, and Jerry makes a log cabin with hair. But let me know in the comments which of these ridiculous B-story ideas is your favorite, and what'll happen is I'll post my full Season 4 Episode 2 Easter egg video Monday morning, so as long as you have alerts enabled for my channel, you should see the video when I post it. I'll name a new giveaway winner when I post that, so while you wait for everything, click here for my Season 4 Episode 1 video, and click here for my new Star Wars Mandalorian Episode 2 video. Thank you so much for watching, everybody stay awesome, I'll see you guys tonight.